All right, it's time now to welcome a youngin' that's easily 4 inches taller than the last time I saw him in person. He's been dunking a basketball since he's, 6 feet tall. He's now a chiseled 6'4", but he's not a hooper. This kid is a Southern Regional champ, state champ. He gets a hit over half the time that he's at the plate, and he's the reigning Gatorade Player of the Year in baseball here in Nevada. I'm talking about none other than future Arizona Wildcat or Major Leaguer, Bishop Gorman's own Tyler Whitaker. What's up, my man?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you in person.
Thank you.
I've only seen a lot of ridiculous highlights of you as of late, but first of all, man, how did you feel winning the Gatorade, Player of the Year here in the state?
It was an honor. I was just happy that we ended up winning the regional, and the individual accolade just is a cherry on top. So
I got you. Especially from where you've come from and the fact that you didn't get a chance to play like your junior year. Yeah. You're waiting forever. You finally get a chance to play at Gorman. And the 1 year that you had over there, like, you really balled out, man. It's got to make you feel like the hard work you put in really paid off.
Oh, 100%. I take so much pride in my craft, and just the benefits from it have been unbelievable.
I got you. Now, I spoke to your coach, Gino, who's a great dude, man, and he had a lot of good things to say about you. But one of the things that kind of stood out to me in the fact that I asked him, like, what's your best attribute? Like maybe your speed, your defense, or your hitting power, whatever. He talked about the fact that he likes the way that you run the bases. The fact that we're actually looking at a video of you running bases right now. How does that make you feel that he had such good things to say about you?
No, it's great to hear, because I always try to do what I can to control what I can control, because when you're hitting, you don't know what you're going to get, but on the bases and your baseball IQ and all that stuff, you can control it. So I take great pride in that.
All right. And how about like your speed? Is that just like a natural deal, or do you do any kind of running drills to kind of get your speed up?
Yeah, it's mainly I just run a lot of hills by the house, and then it's just kind of a desire and want to be fast. So, athletically I'm pretty gifted, but I just run hard, play hard.
Yeah. Athletically, you're pretty gifted. Kind of gets on my nerves. But I remember playing. I think I played ball with you. Maybe 2 to 3 years ago. Might have been like 6 feet thin. Dunking at 6 feet, like how old were you the first time you dunked a basketball?
I was 14. I was going into 9th grade, I think, and it was just I've always liked basketball because of my dad, and so it was just another thing I just liked to compete in. So
I got you. Very competitive guy. Kind of you and I texting back and forth about you potentially doing some big things in the future, and you're definitely competitive and confident without being like hockey, right?
100%. Yeah, I feel like it can help you. You can help yourself a lot just by on the mental edge of, especially in baseball, because if you think you're going to fail a lot, but if you think you're going to be good, you're more than likely you're going to be good.
This is true. I like to think about that when I play basketball. If I say it's going in or think it's going in,
better chance, right?
It's going in. Something else that your coach said about you is the fact that you love your teammates. Like how much, and that's one of the things you kind of alluded to in the fact when you won the Gatorade Player of the Year. Your team kind of helped you out and whatnot. Mm-hmm. How much do you love the guys you play with, and where does that come from? The fact that you appreciate the guys that you play with.
It's unbelievable. Like, I love being with all the guys every day. I like going to practice with them, and whether it's messing around during BP in the outfield or what have you. So I know this is my last year of high school, and it was an absolute blast. So I tried to take advantage of every time with them, and we ended up winning. And when your team's clicking on all cylinders, it makes baseball more fun, and winning is a lot more fun than losing. So
yes. Yes, winning is a lot more fun than losing, for sure. Now, a few things I got to ask you really quickly about playing at the Las Vegas ballpark. Like, to me, that's a sweet ballpark. Yeah. You've been all over the country. You played in a bunch of different ballparks, or at least taking BP in a bunch of different ballparks. Just what can you say about that ballpark, being here in Summerlin, Las Vegas, whatever, just how nice that place is?
It's unbelievable. It's probably top 3 nicest places I've played, and I've played almost everywhere across the country. And it's just being in my hometown, it made it a little bit more special.
Yeah, I mean, that it's a gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is definitely a gym.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that you are signed to, committed to go to the University of Arizona, the Wildcats, what was the reason that you chose to go to Arizona?
Just the winning culture there. They've had a long track record of producing big leaguers, and that's the end goal, right? So Arizona, I'm excited about it.
I got you. And you talk about the end goal. For folks out there who do not know, the fact that the Major League Draft is coming up on July 11th. That's Sunday, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of different, projections and whatnot. You could be a first rounder, could not be. Your name's been popping up a lot. I guess, what does it make you think of when you see that your name mentioned like that of guys that could be potential first rounders?
Yeah, it's like the Gatorade thing. It's cool to see my hard work paying off. I mean, I'm nowhere near my end goal, but just the little steps along the way. This is another step in the journey. So I'm ready for it to happen.
You ready for it to happen?
Yeah.
Now you don't know this, but you know who Jay Bruce is?
Yes.
Yeah, I was at Jay Bruce's house when he got drafted. He was a first-round draft pick in Beaumont, Texas, right out of high school. Talking to your coach Gino, who's saying that he's trained a lot of first-round picks, but never one out of high school. For you to potentially be that person, you know what I mean? Like,
it'd be special. It'd definitely be special because Gino's coached a lot of great players, and to be the first high school first rounder, that'd be unbelievable. It would be a dream come true.
And then in this city, Las Vegas, Greg Maddux. There's a Chris Bryant. The list kind of goes on and on. It's a baseball town. I don't know. You know who Don Logan is? He's the general manager of the Aviators.
Yeah.
And I had him this very show talking about that. And he's like, Vegas is a baseball town. I don't care what sport you're talking about. It's a baseball town. And for you to possibly be like the next kid coming out of Vegas, do you feel any pressure or any? What?
No, not really. I feel like pressure, you kind of put it on yourself. Like if you just go out, like I said, control what you can control. And I try to do that every time I step on the field, and then all the other stuff is kind of just chatter in the background.
Chatter in the background. That's not chatter there. 2021 MLB Draft in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm assuming that leading up to this, you're preparing. At least teams are maybe flying you out. Are you doing some kind of workouts? What's it been like for you?
I've done a handful of workouts over the last month or so, and just staying ready for those, and then hitting here in Vegas and working out and stuff.
Being that I've never done workouts for major league teams, what do they make you do? It's
the throw from the outfield, take ground balls to shortstop, take BP, and just kind of talk to them. And they try to get to know you a little bit better.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So taking BP, is there any place in particular that you have taken BP? Like, goodness gracious, like I sent you a picture of not Wrigley Field, but of Fenway Park. Have you had a chance to play there?
No, not yet. Not at Fenway yet. When I was a sophomore, I hit at Petco Park, which was unbelievable. Love the San Diego area and stuff.
That's a beautiful park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone that's ever been there, they'll tell you that it's like I've never been there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of been in, take some BP, and kind of talk to people and whatnot. As a kid growing up here in Las Vegas, do you have a team that, oh man, I love the Dodgers or San Diego? You say you like San Diego? Or?
Yeah, I've never really had a favorite team. It's usually just players. It's been Mike Trout and Fernando Tatis really, and Tatis just because of the energy he plays with, and I try to replicate that on the field just because, you're going to fail 7 out of 10 times and be the best of the best. So having fun and celebrating your successes, I think, is important.
See, I like that. What does your pops think about that?
He likes it. As long as I'm out there competing and doing my thing, he's all right.
Okay. The whole new school, old school, and, baseball, unwritten rules and all that kind of
stuff.
Yeah. I love it too. Love it too. Do you know, is it Acuna, the dude that does the
Ozuna with the Braves.
Yeah, the selfies?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love it.
I absolutely love that. So I guess the big question that everyone would want to know, I guess how long, who do you talk to, what goes on if you are drafted in the first round? Like how does your head start to hurt at that point, thinking like, oh my goodness, do I want to go to college? Do I want to wait around? Or do you have like maybe a line drawn like, okay, if here, then I'm good. If not,
we'll just have to wait and see.
Not sure?
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
Okay. Big party?
No, I'm not really big on that. It'll probably just be a couple coaches, my parents, a couple friends. Nothing too crazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Brian Salmon, Channel 3. He's turning red, folks. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. Okay. So I do wonder about this as well. As far as like being like you'd be the first person from your family that goes to, play in the majors. Because you're going to at some point, even if you don't get drafted in the first round or whatever, playing the majors. Is that always a lifelong dream as a kid? Like, did you want to play baseball or basketball? Or
No, it was always baseball. Like, I always liked, it's funny, when I was younger, I always liked watching basketball more. But as I've gotten older and come to terms with things a little bit more, like, I love watching baseball, and I can sit and watch it. And to be the first one for my family, especially, like it's always been my dream, and just kind of trying to fulfill that.
I gotcha. Yeah, and if that happens, does mom get something or dad?
Probably both. Definitely both.
I gotcha. And something that people may not know about, you have a little brother that's a baller as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give him a shout out, James. He's also a hooper.
Yeah,
baseball player.
Yeah, James. He's about 6'2". He can throw it pretty good on the mound, run it up to the mid 80s. He can swing it pretty good. I mean, he's still growing and getting used to his body and stuff, but he'll be all right. He'll be pretty good.
I got you. I know the whole sibling rivalry and whatnot. Does he talk to you like, I'm gonna be better than you when I get older?
Yeah, he does, but it's more kind of a mental battle. Like, he's super happy for what's going on right now with me, and he's enjoying it, and it's kind of, I've seen it with him. He's taking baseball more serious because of it, just because it's like, wow, that can really happen. So
I got you.
It's been nice with him.
I got you. And I'm sure a lot of people wonder about this as well. The whole baseball community here in Las Vegas, from Harper to, as I said, Bryant, just like the bigger names that are right now. But do you have any kind of relationship with any of the big leaguers that are from Las Vegas? Because I know you guys, they're doing a lot of stuff out at the ballpark and whatnot. But do you have any kind of relationship with those guys?
So my hitting coach, Sam Sedovia, I hit with him, and I've hit with big leaguers, Jake Hager, Johnny Field, Chris Carter, all those guys. I've met Bryce. I've met Chris before at dinner. Actually, a couple of days ago, I saw one of their dads. He was at my hitting, and we got to chat with him for a little bit. And it's just, the baseball community is so supportive of each other here, and it's great.
That's really cool. It must feel really cool to be a part of that here.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in this city. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, everybody kind of cheers on everybody else, and there's a lot of good things that come out of support, and like knowing that you got a whole city behind you.
I got you. All right. And last but not least, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say you will get drafted. I'm just gonna predict that you get drafted pretty high up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come back and talk to me, man. I got to get some reaction from you.
Definitely. I'm sure there'll be videos somewhere from the day of, but.
Yeah, your dad's pretty good about that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's not videoing while it's happening, but there's always videos.
I got you.
Yeah.
Last but not least, the folks over at Bishop Gorman. I mean, what has that meant to you, like to be a part of that program, to go there? Obviously, Coach Gino is a great dude, but just the excellence that they have academically and athletically.
Yeah, it's a family over there. Everybody is. You can say what you want about Gorman, but I mean, the support from each other and just kind of pushing each other, and the expectation level at Gorman is it's unbelievable, and I feel like it helped me tremendously this past year.
I got you. And there it is, 2021 MLB Draft in Atlanta. Tyler Whitaker coming out of Bishop Gorman. I'm predicting that he's going in the first round, and congratulations for you going in the first.
Hopefully. We'll wait and see, hopefully.
I got you. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it, bud.
No problem.
The Rock.